Cool. Ellie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. My name is Colt. I work at 106.1 Kiss FM for iHeartRadio. And first and foremost, congratulations on Easy Lover. It's a great song.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
How do you feel now that it's out for the world to listen to?
Feels good. It feels like it's had the most positive reaction, more than so many songs I've released. So that's always a good thing. And it's just so great to come out with new music again. It's been such a long time. And the last album I released was in lockdown. So I feel like now I get to come back properly and I get to do it properly and get out there and perform. And yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, a lot of your fans were saying that in the comment section. They're like, finally, she's back. We got another song.
Oh, I retweeted, yeah, I retweeted a few of those because like people are like, "We miss you, Queen." I'm like, yeah. I didn't know I was being missed that much, so it's always nice to hear.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm kind of weird when it comes to hearing about the writing process. I love those stories. So I'm just curious for this song, when you sit down and write Easy Lover with Julia Michaels, do you do it like over a Zoom or is it like in an office space? Do you treat it like a 9 to 5? Like what's the routine in terms of writing this song?
Yeah, this one in particular was like, yeah, you basically turn up to the studio all at the same time, and then you sit and chat for a bit, and then it's part of the whole process. You can't just walk in the studio and start writing a song. It just never really works like that. Well, I don't know, maybe some people do, but it's not really how I work. And this particular one was, I think it came quite easy because me and Julie just worked really well together. And we were both talking about the fact that, I don't know, like there's this thing where you keep going back to the same toxic people because you keep repeating old habits, and it feels good at the time, but then the next day you feel like crap, and you keep trying to find ways out of it. But like this person keeps sort of creeping back into your life. And but usually in the studio, you do treat it just like you go in at a certain time, you leave at a certain time, and hopefully everyone's on a similar sort of vibe. And sometimes it just works and it's magic. Sometimes it doesn't, and you just accept it. It's like first date or something.
Are you the type of person who brings home the work with you? Like, are you always constantly thinking about the music, or when you walk out of the studio, do you check out?
Um, I think more recently I check out just so I can sort of be present with my kid. And I don't know, I do try and it depends. If I feel like I've got lyrics to write for the next day or something, I might write something. But no, generally I try and keep it separate. So yeah, when I walk out the studio, I do try and sort of be, yeah, like there, present at home. And then when I'm back again, I'm back on it.
Have you ever had a song where you're listening to it so much that it becomes like repetitive and you're like, oh my God, I cannot wait until this process is over? And then you take a break for a minute, cool off, and then you listen and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, this is great.
Next song I'm releasing after Easy Lover is I loved it so much that I over listened to it. Like I listened to it over and over. And so now it's a shame because I need to just not listen to it for a long time and then re-listen. But that does happen. Easy Lover is like 5 years old now, so I've heard it so many times, but somehow with the video and the visuals and everything, it just feels fresh again. So uh,
Hmm.
yeah, but that tends to happen when you write music. You listen to it over and over to make sure you've got it right, and then it's cool knowing that people are hearing it for the first time. You have to sort of live through them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, this is a number that has been in my mind ever since I found out I was getting the interview. They sent over like a press release to read, and this one number stood out, and I can't stop thinking about it. And it's the 36 billion streams worldwide that you have had, which is such an astronomical number. And I'm wondering, one, if you even knew you had that many streams, and then secondly, do you think about it at all? Do you reflect on it, or is it just whatever?
I didn't know I had that many streams. No, I don't think about it. Maybe I should more, but I don't know. I'm happy that whatever. I seem to be in a position where I can keep making music and people are enjoying it, and my songs go viral on TikTok apparently. And I'm happy with that. It's a really great feeling that people are just consistently enjoying my music, and I get to do the job I love, and I'm really grateful. And yeah, it's the figures are so crazy. They kind of, yeah, blow my mind. But yeah, it seems like people enjoy my music, and that's all that matters. Well, you have a similar tattoo to me. Look.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, 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 right here. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I like your style. When did you get yours?
Mine was about 7 years ago.
Okay, yeah. See, I was kind of an idiot with it. I got mine when I was 16, and I came home and my mom was
Wow.
like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm gonna be on the radio. Don't worry about it. It's fine."
Ah, yeah, and now you are. So there's, yeah.
Yeah, it works out. Okay, so you're having fun with the music. You're not worried about the numbers, which is probably why it comes so natural to you. You're not chasing that viral moment, and it works. So
I
you
never chase, they seem to just come to me. I'm like, thank you to everyone out there who's just constantly making me viral, because it's definitely not me.
I
You
don't
know,
know. I mean, I would
I'm
give
on the
yourself
challenge. Yeah.
I would give yourself some credit. I think a lot of it is just getting out of your own way and not even worrying about the pressure or any of that, and just doing what you like to do.
Yeah. And that's that, to be honest, that ends up being the best thing. Like that ends up being the thing that does the best. Like when you're just really into what you do and you believe in it and you trust in it. And, when you don't feel like you're not cool enough, or you're not, relevant enough, you just gotta like go with it and keep making music that you love. And that's the most important thing.
Okay, I have no idea how you even have time for any of this. And this, I knew you were all about the environment, but this is news to me. You're a UN Environment Ambassador, and
Mhm.
earlier this year, you were honored with the Time 100 Impact Award in recognition for your longstanding work in advancing climate change awareness. And I think this is an important topic, and these days, hopefully, a lot less people are in denial. Considering where I'm in Texas, and it's been like 110 all summer long, and it's like, okay, this is odd, this is a little hot,
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of stuff going on in Texas right now.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's
Yeah,
plenty of
there's a lot of
wildlife.
things going on there. But for me, I believe that climate change is the greatest threat to humanity, because if climate change is not dealt with, the fact that we are seeing like rapid biodiversity loss, ocean levels rising constantly, like glaciers melting, and all those things. People find it hard to connect all those different things, but obviously climate change causes extreme temperatures, extreme weather events are not just random. They're going to keep consistently happening, and obviously that causes all kinds of problems. And then the ocean, not just ocean levels rising, but it completely messes with the ocean's balances, and so fish are dying. So there's food security, there's energy security. There are all these different things that climate change affects, and so basically it's all connected, and we rely on those systems to survive. Like we don't just, what do we're eating all this, like for example red meat, so forests have to be chopped down all the time to make way for those animals that we eat. But then trees sequester carbon. They take and cut all the carbon that we're making, and we are simply producing too much carbon. So it's just like a vicious circle of things that there needs to be a stop to deforestation. Fossil fuels need to stay in the ground, and we all need to start making those small changes in our lives, which we're not doing. So I think these extreme temperatures, extreme weather events really need to be just taken seriously. And so you just gotta, people always say to me, what can I do? Well, you just gotta keep at your local person, your local representative, whoever the local
Yeah.
mayor, the local politician, and just keep saying stuff. Like, don't let them, hold them accountable. Don't let them be quiet about it. And I think it's the same with all issues that we care about.
Well, that was my next question, because you have such a giant platform and you're using it in the right way. But for somebody like me or anybody who listens to the radio or whatever, do you have like two or three simple things people can activate today, besides like speaking out, like what you can do individually to help fight against the climate change?
Yeah. The number one thing I believe that you can do as somebody, is not just like a lover of nature, but just somebody who cares about their children's future and so on, is eat less red meat. You don't need to eat that much meat. You don't need it to survive. It's nice to have it every now and then. You don't need it every day. You do not need it 3 times a day. You can do without it. And I think that's really the most important thing. And then there's other things like, really think about trying not to use like things like single-use plastic. So plastic is there's a plastic epidemic on this planet. It is awful, and we need to stop making plastic. It's impossible though, because we've grown up with it, and there's so many habitual things. But I would say honestly that going back to the meat thing, just be conscious about how much meat you eat. And yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I saw some, like, I know we're running out of time, but I just, this blew my mind too. I saw something where the average person eats like a credit card worth of plastic every week, which is
yes.
insane to me.
Yeah. So next time you go to pick up that like bottle of water, think like, could I have a refill?
Yeah.
But hopefully like supermarkets need to they need to be more conscious of that, and they need to have refilling stations and things like that. So we're just going to make these big changes. They've just got to happen. And, we're all here for it. We all want those changes. They've just got to come from up above. We've got to keep pushing them.
Well, I appreciate you for speaking out on it. And my last question, how much more new music can we expect in 2022 from you?
Yeah, I mean, it's half of it is activism, but then mostly, music is my number one passion. And so I'll always be making music, and the album will be out beginning of next year, and I've got 2 more singles coming out this year, and I'm very curious to know what people think about the next one, because it's very different. And someone said it sounded like Daft Punk, someone said it sounded like MJ, someone said it sounded like The Weeknd. Who knows?
Okay.
It could be hit or miss, but we'll see. I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And if you haven't watched the video on YouTube for Easy Lover, definitely check it out. It's going to be in the link in the bio. And Ellie Goulding, we appreciate you for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed our chat. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. All right, take it easy. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.